Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. So glad you decided to join me. This is part 2 of our revised core box Arkham Horror Night of the Zealot campaign. I'm playing two-handed or two investigators here. If you're jumping in here and you haven't seen it, you can go back and you can see yesterday I did a live stream of part 1. I forgot the name of it. But this one is called The Midnight Masks. The other one's called The Gathering. I remember now. So this is part 2. If you're new to Arkham Horror, if you're old hat at Arkham Horror, then you can kind of watch along and see how I do and see what's new here from the new set, which I think is alternate art, some tokens, the bag. It's mostly accoutrements, and I imagine some cards have been updated and the rules and whatnot, but you can follow along and see how somebody new does. If you're trying to teach new people the game or get new people involved, maybe they can use this as a primer to help get them into it. I forget to say it often, but Step Into the Portal is a channel brought to you by a store called The Portal, located in Manchester, Connecticut. So if you are somewhere in the New England area, then stop on by. Or if you ever come to this spot, then definitely look us up. It's right outside Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford is right between New York and Boston. So that's kind of the area we are. We'd love to see people. If you're international, then thanks for watching. If you ever come to America, you can look us up. And if you make your way towards us, it would be quite the honor. If you're watching live, go ahead and say hello. Josh is with us. Josh is a regular here these days. Hello, Josh. He loves this scenario. I don't know if I remember it. I'm sure as I go through, I'll start to remember. I have played this one before, but it's been a while, so we'll see how that goes. But if other people are watching live, feel free to say hello and chat with me. I will look over here at the chat every so often and make sure that I am talking back with the people who are watching with me. If you're not watching live and you're watching afterward, then go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Really helps the channel. And if you like what we're doing, subscribe. We're 4 subscribers away from 500. I'm pretty excited that it's just over a year and we're looking at 500 subscribers. So that's pretty good for a little dinky store in dinky little Connecticut. So it should be good. Yes, we can always count on you, Josh. Thanks for always joining me and helping me correct a few mistakes. I think I'm doing pretty well, but again, with these card games, this is how it's going to go. Even when you play yourself at home, you're just going to make a few of those mistakes. It's just what happens. So I never take it when people are commenting saying, you're doing it wrong. They're just trying to let people know who are watching, like, hey, this is actually how it works. Or again, if you're live with me, then you're just trying to help me out so I play it correctly, because I definitely want to play it correctly when I do that. So I never take any of that as, criticism. It's just hard to do. And then, of course, controlling 2 characters and reading a lot of cards, it's just what's going to happen. So, all right. Let's jump in here. I will read to you now. All right. So we finished that one up. And I did go and add some new cards. So I got 6 experience worth, and I'll show you what I got. I guess I only ended up spending 5 over here, but that's okay. I'm just going to stick with it. And here I got 6. I will show you those cards right after I read this. Yeah, between the hours of 3 and 11. Perfect. Do you live on the East Coast, Josh, or do you live somewhere else? Is that 3 to 11 my time or 3 to 11 your time? You don't have to say if you don't want to. All right. Here we go. Part 2, The Midnight Masks. All right, so it says that I should read intro 1, otherwise skipped intro 2. In the wake of the disaster at your home, Lita Chandler, the red-haired woman from your parlor, lays out a tale that, even in light of what you have just witnessed, strains the limits of your belief. The creatures in your home, she claims, are called ghouls, cruel beings who plague the crypts, caverns, and tunnels beneath the city of Arkham. These creatures feed on the corpses of humans, and they are served by a dark cult within Arkham whose members are inexplicably come to worship the ancient master of the ghouls. This cult has been killing innocent people and feeding them to the ghouls, satiating a monstrous hunger. A dark balance was maintained until now. Recently, Lita continues, one of their lairs where the corpses were stored was destroyed. Since then, the ghouls have been more active than usual. I have tracked their movements and tried my best to stop them from running amok throughout the city, but I think there's something worse going on. The cult has been planning something darker and more ominous than anything I have yet observed. Indications are that this plan shall come to a fruition tonight, shortly after midnight. What other time? Beyond that, I cannot fathom what to expect. Many of the cultists, Lita continues, will seem like everyday people, despite their foul intentions. Whenever the cult meets, its members don masks shaped like the skulls of various animals to protect their identities from one another. These masks are our mark, symbols of death and decay. We must unmask the cultists to expose and derail their plans. We have but a few hours. The more cultists we find before midnight, the better. All right, so it tells me to gather all the cards. They were in a pack, so I did that. Your time, Northwest Ohio. Yeah, it's a crazy part of America. Is like a third of the country is all on Eastern Standard Time. So, Northwest Ohio. So that's like Sandusky, and then over towards Indiana and like Fort Wayne, I want to say, is all up around there, is my guess. Northwest. Yeah. I think I'm right. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, so I have to gather all the cards. They were all packaged for me. It says to set these ones aside in a separate pile, so I did that. I've got this pile here. I'm just going to put it slightly off camera right there. And then it says to choose one of the 2 downtown locations. So I did that, one of the 2 south side locations. I removed the other ones from the game, set it up to look like this. And then if there's 2 players, spawn an Acolyte right here. So I pulled an Acolyte out of this deck and spawned it here. It has a Doom counter on it, so that will go towards this Doom, which is 6, unless I destroy it. If my house burned to the ground, then I remove my house from the game. I also start with 1 horror because I suffered a trauma. Let's see. And then we begin at Rivertown instead. Shuffle these encounter cards, and if the Ghoul Priest is alive, put him into play. And then do not read until the end. All right, so here's the idea. So we are starting at Rivertown. I guess I should show what I asked. So I removed some Seeker cards from Roland. I added in extra ammunition, police badge, and a beat cop. I pulled that beat cop out. I don't remember what else I did for all those. So I added those cards in and a couple others. So I decided to make them a little more focused on what they were doing. I think I gave him the one that lets him automatically find a clue, even though his investigate is pretty good. I removed that from her because she seemed to be able to find clues fine. I put in a magnifying glass, an old book of lore, and took one out, and an encyclopedia, and I took some of the orange cards from here and put them in here, so I made them a little bit different. Ooh, nice. I was right. I like geography. That's always fun to figure out where people are. All right. So that's what I did. Each of my cards are 33 still. They're 30-card decks, plus there's their special card, their special item, and 2 weaknesses. His is 34 because Lita Chantler is in here. So that's what's happening there. We are starting at Rivertown. We're going to draw our starting hands. Oh, I put another machete in his deck. That seemed good. We got the Beat Cop. We got this giant explosion one with the machete. So those are pretty good. I don't know if I need this one. Although connecting locations abound in this one, so maybe it's worth it. So I guess I'll just hold on to that because it's a pretty good starting hand. So we'll hold that over here. We give it a shuffle. And I got my old book of lore. I got my knife, my perception check if I want it. And I set the Necronomicon. I always have to hit that word. Replace that with anything. That could be pretty good. I don't think I need this barrier one. Everyone's laughing at me now. Wow, that one's so useful, though. I don't know. I guess the question is if I use this one. But it lets me draw into the card. The knife doesn't seem super useful if we stay together, but it could always be good to have something. But I think I'm going to get rid of the knife. Draw into the card. Arcane Studies. We'll shuffle these back together. I don't know. I like taking advantage of mulligans when they're given to me, so make my character more what I want them to be than what might... I don't know what's necessary. All right, so we start here in Rivertown. It is Arkham. It is central. The banks of the Miskatonic River are lined with docks, warehouses, and small shops in a district aptly named Rivertown. So we flip that over. There are 2 clues there. It has a shroud value of 1. There's something unsettling about the water of the Miskatonic River tonight. It ripples and bubbles as though something is moving beneath the surface. I'm going to have to cover some of this stuff. I'm not sure the best way to deal with all that, but I'll try to show things as I go through. All right, I've got 2 agendas here, and I think just a single act. was all what was in there. All right. Lita seems convinced, Predator or Prey. Lita seems convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes that a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you, too, are being hunted. I can go here and resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you've gathered. So I can just do that at any time, I guess. And then this one, Uncovering the Conspiracy. You have one night to find the members of this cult and unveil their plan. The more members of the cult you find and interrogate, the more members you can find and interrogate before midnight, the better. And as an action, the investigators spend 2 per, so 4 clues. As a group, draw the top card of the cultist deck. Find as many unique cultist enemies as you can and add them to the victory display. If there are 6 unique cultist enemies in the victory display, advance. Not all 6 of them are in the cultist deck. Unique cultist enemies. So this one is not unique, so the Acolyte doesn't count. All right, there we go. More than one copy of the player cards. Are you talking about the cards that are just literally in their decks? Yeah, so I believe you can have 2 in a deck, so each, I'm going to say hero, each investigator has a set of 10. So it's not super conducive, so as I played, like I said, I took some of the orange out, the secret cards, put them in here. I pulled more Guardian cards from the other characters and put them in here so they would have those. Try to make them a little less rounded, I actually think, is what I did. Make them more focused on what they're trying to do and be a little more likely to do it. I wanted her to have more tomes. And I gave him extra ammo so I could reload those weapons that I ran out of ammo last time. All right. So we're going to have Daisy go first. She's going to search for some clues here. First, we're going to put down this old book of lore. And then we're going to use it. And I can play the card, reduce it by 2 twice. So that's the differential now. All right. So we drew the Necronomicon. We don't want that. We've got this evasion card, and we've got this manual dexterity. So we're not going to play this one. So we'll take this card, put it in our hand. We're not going to use that this time. That is a free action. Then it's just a value of 1, and she investigates for 5. We don't have anything to increase that. And I'm not worried about this arcane studies for now, so let's find some clues. All right, so 5 minus 1, or 5 compared to 1. Yep, well, that was one of the big things they want to do. I should mention that. That's the big deal with the Rise Core. If you're jumping in, kind of like me, I have 1 of the original set. I was considering getting 2 so I could build. It wasn't really my favorite game, and then I kind of push it off, and Champions came out, and I just adore that game. But when the Revised Core came out, it kind of has everything I need in there, maybe even some extra cards that I now have for my other ones, so I jumped in and decided to try. Admittedly, this is a store demo copy, so I'm using that as well. I mean, that's how a lot of things go on the channel. I'm just not able to fund all those things, so I'm using the copy that the store got in. And then I might see if I want to continue with it. You know, it makes sense to put up here now as well. Probably a more likely place. So that's what I'm doing. It's a -2, so I would be a 3. I always want to do like 5 minus 1 is 4, and then -2, and I succeed. So if I do that math, that's how I'm doing it, even though it works a little different. All right, so I find 1 clue, and then my third action, because that one was free, is to attempt to find the other clue. And that is a skull, and each of the missions? I want to say they're missions. What are they called? Just part 1. Just each of the parts. So this says, X is the highest number of doom on a cultist enemy in play. So that would be a -1, so I succeed. All right, so I want him to go here and take out this Acolyte. Are these connected? Yes. So I'm going to have Roland move over here. And he's going to go to South Side. Middle-class houses with gambrel roofs crowd together between the streets of Southside. The neighborhood is known for its cultural and social landmarks, such as South Church, Ma's Boarding House, and the Historical Society. So we open that up. As an action, I can draw 3 cards. It has a shroud value of 3, and there are 2 clue tokens there. So I'm going to come down here. Oh, you know what? So he before I went there, I just want to put this... Do I want this beat cap into play? Nope. I want to put this machete into play. Oh, he only has one, huh? So I will put the beat cap in for now. Try to get both of those. All right, so the beat cap gives me +1 to my physical, and I can exhaust it to deal a damage to an enemy at my location. Awesome. So we will do that. That's going to be the first action. Second action move. Third action, fight the Acolyte. It's a 3. I'm a 5 -0. +0. Sounds more exciting. And I will defeat this Acolyte, so that will put this Doom counter back. So that was kind of my reasoning for doing that. And after you defeat an enemy, discover 1 clue at your location. So I got that. 1, 2, 3. So I am done there. So then just reminding myself so I don't make any mistakes, we would go to the enemy phase. Then we would reset actions and flip our cards. Ready all exhausted cards. Draw a card and gain a resource. I guess I'm going to attempt to put this card above. I don't know what I'm going to do for splaying all that out. I can probably move these a little closer at some point. All right, I drew an encyclopedia, so that gives me options. This seems really good. Choose an investigator, they get +2 to a skill of your choice. Like, whoa. I'm going to draw one here, and I get manual dexterity. Not really what I'm looking for, but I already have lots of good cards in my hand, so I'll have to see. Timing is an interesting thing here. Place a Doom counter, and then I learn... I don't know if I ever shuffled this on camera, so I will give this a shuffle. This is a very tiny deck. That I just draw a card. So I'm going to draw the lead investigator first, and it is a locked door attached location with the most clues. And without a locked door, the attached location cannot be investigated. Then I can test 4 to break down the door, or evade 4, and then I can discard it. So I have to take an action to get to that clue. All right, and then over here, I get On Wings of Darkness. Test 4 agility. If you fail, take 1 damage and 1 horror. Then disengage from each non-Night Gaunt enemy engage with you and move to a central location. All right. So I'm only 2. I have to test 4. I do have a couple cards here. Play only during your turn. This evasion attempt uses... So I could use a bunch of these cards, but it's just going to be 1 damage and 1 horror, so I think I'm just going to deal with it. So 4, I'm at 2. Don't think there's any pluses. -2 is 0. So I fail, I take a damage and a horror, and I move to a central location. So I move back to here. So that doesn't really affect me too much. Back to our turns. I like this. They have to take their turns, but they can choose the order. That's kind of interesting versus some of the other ones where you have to go in order, or where you can do actions on each other's turn, but you have to go in a certain order, like Champion. So I think that's interesting to try to figure out what makes the most sense. So I need to get clues to get the cultist to reveal. So it kind of makes sense to get this one rather than moving somewhere else. But at the same time, I could just move somewhere else to not worry about it. So she can go here, 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 and here? Nope, she can't go here. There are 5 others. Oh, we don't know what that one is. Okay. He can go to here, to green, which is this. So we could both go to Miskatonic University. Draw 3 cards. Boy, it's hard to not take that action, huh? Limit once per game. So we could see what she has over there and then try to deal with it. I think that makes sense. Also, I grabbed 3s again. Apologies. Not doing that on purpose, just not seeing them. All right, so we're going to have her. We're going to have Daisy move over to here. Miskatonic University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the Northeast. The university library is famous for its collections of occult books maintained by the esteemed Dr. Henry Armitage. All right, as an action, search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or spell card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. And this has victory 1. So if I get rid of all those, I would get more experience. Yeah, the 3s are kind of weird, I guess, initially. Although, that would kind of make sense for her. So there are 4 there. It has a 4 shroud value. I will use my old book. Search these 3. I find medical texts. So that one seems to make the most sense for me. Then I will do the action that's on there to search the top 6 cards for a tome or a spell. I actually don't think I've got all my tomes. I don't think I'm gaining anything at that point. So there's a bunch of clues there. I will play this encyclopedia. That's my second action. And my third action, what am I, a 5 versus a 4? So there's reasonable chance of not getting that done. That's a free action to me next turn if I want it. Could put Arcane Studies down so it's out. Or I could just try to find one of those. I'll just get this one down. Just going to do what I do well. We'll have to see what happens there. Nope, just get one back. All right, so there's my 3. So then I think I will get this clue here. So I'm going to try to break down the door. I am a 5. Oh, first I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's just a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's about where I can go to. Play after you defeat an enemy. And then I will play this emergency cache to get 3 resources. So I don't have to discard any cards. And then I will try to knock down this door. I am a 5 versus a 4, and it's a 0. So I break down this locked door. That will end my turn. I don't know what I'm doing to myself there, but we're trying it. All right, ready all the cards. There's no enemies. Draw a card. That's my ammunition. Gain a resource on each of them. Shriveling, so there's a spell that I got. Oop, gotta read here. Yeah, as an avid champions, it intrigues Josh, but he doesn't know if he wants to sink more money. It totally makes sense. I'm funny. I can play things, like, I don't mind, like, cooperative games like this. It's like I can collect it as I go. I know there's people who want to know, like, what's everything. They're all in. I don't have that mentality. It's the same with board games. I don't need every promo. I don't need every expansion. I'm pretty good. I mean, there's some games where it's like, I really like this expansion because this works well, but I find the same here. Marvel Champions, I have done that. I've kept up with it the whole way. It's the one that I keep up with. I keep playing. I enjoy playing it solo, which there's not a lot of games I enjoy playing solo. I like doing this because I actually get to interact with people, which is why I always go live. So I have somebody else to talk to. I'm not, solo games aren't my favorite thing. I want to say that in some sense I'd play video games instead of play solo board games, but it's not true because I don't really even play solo video games. There's a couple that I got through. But it makes sense to just, avoid to not money sink. I did it for what I opened yesterday, which is, this is where I've sunk a lot of money. My Hero Academia. Actually show it here, right? I've been buying these and lucky to get a bit of a deep discount for the store I work for, but that's what I've been sinking all my money into, so there's that. All right, we add a Doom counter, and then we each get a Treachery. Haunting Shadow. You must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. All right, I will take the 2 damage. And Hunting Night Gaunt. Hunter, while attempting to evade Hunting Night Gaunt, double the negative modifier of each Chaos token. All right, so no avoiding that one. So I want him to find this clue, then go here and kill this. But I'd have to play the machete, so I might have to give up that clue for now if I want to kill that. 3, then I'd be +1 damage. Yeah, it's not even enough, is it? Any of these? After you defeat an enemy, find a clue. 3 ammo tokens. Only enemy engaged with you. Alright, so it would not be engaged with me, so that one would not work. It is only a 3, so I'd have to move there. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I might as well find this clue and then move on that. All right, so we will find this clue. I am a 3 against a 3, huh? So what are we going to do there? We've got all these cards. This one has 2 books, although that's just after you defeat an enemy, gain 1. This one has a book on it, and the flashlight does as well. So we could put the flashlight down, find the clue, move to here. Then we'd be there to help protect. That might work out pretty well, actually. All right, so we'll put this down, put 3 tokens on it. Then we will try to find this clue. So now we are +2, so we're 5 versus 3. Get a 0. So we find this clue. And then we will move to here. That's 1, 2, 3. So now we're here. We will exhaust the Beat Cop to deal a damage to the Night Gaunt. That's what we got. So now we've got her. And if we take any other action, we get attacked, right? So we've got to attack. So I can use my... Oh, I think fast means it doesn't count as an action, right? So I can pay to use this mind over matter. And then I can use my investigate as my fighting ability. I also have this one. And then I will be a 5 versus a 3. All right, that's cool. So 5 versus a 3, and I will attack. Oh no, it's an auto miss. Does it have retaliate? No. All right, so second one will be a -1, so that will deal a damage. And the third one will be a 0, so that will deal a damage. It's got 4 health. Evade's only 1, so I could have evaded. I didn't think of that. Then I probably could have got more done, but that's okay. All right, so that is done. And I don't get my free action, because if I take it, I would take the damage, which I don't think I want to do. So it's not worth getting a card or all these other things. All right, she is done. So enemy phase, hunter, so this will seek us out. This will attack. She will take 1 horror and 1 damage, so we'll look for some of those healing things. I do have that medical text. That's going to be key. Then we will ready all cards. We will draw another manual dexterity. Draw over here and get perception. So we got a bunch of those. And then add a doom counter, and then we each draw from here. On Wings of Darkness, test 4. If you fail, take a damage, then disengage from each non-Night Gaunt enemy engaged with you and move to a central location. All right, so I have a 2 there. I do have these manual dexterities, so I will... Oh, max 1 committed per test. They saw right through me. So I could make myself a 5, right? All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to make myself a 5 and test. 5 on agility. Oop, can't get a token. -0, so I pass, so I don't have to worry about that. And then Daisy will draw another hunting Night Gaunt. Oh my goodness. Okay. So away we go. All right, so... All right, well, we will attack this one here. We are a 5 versus a 3, so we will draw. We'll try to kill that one off. And it's a -2, so we succeed. So this one is dead. When this one dies, we get to discover a clue at our location. Then we will attack this one. Is there an action for engaging an enemy? Nope. Okay. So we could attack twice, and the beat cop could deal a damage, and then she could try to finish it off. Guess will be the plan there. Oh, play after you defeat an enemy at your location, discover one clue. So I pay one, discover another clue. Then, what time is it here? 5:30. All right. Yes, a little more thinky than I was expecting here. All right, so then that was one action, so I will attack again. And I am a 5 versus a 3. 0, so I will deal another damage, and then I will attack again. -1, that's another damage, and then I'll use the beat cop to deal a third damage and finish my turn there. Done. All right. So then I want to try to defeat him, but I don't know what I have. I have a bunch of punches here. I can't get rid of those medical techs. Did I have something else? All right. So I am a 2 versus a 3. So I'd have to give this one up or play this one. But it's only going to use my perception, which I'm not great at. All right, so I'm going to evade. Oof, man. 2 versus 1, and what's its whole thing? Tokens are doubled. I could make myself a 3, and then it would just be if I draw a -2. Otherwise, I've got to use up all my resources to play this one. All right, I'll try it. So I'm going to do this to use my perception instead, and then I will discard this card to make my perception that. So now I'm a 4 versus a 1. To evade, and it's this token. And this is a -2. Oh no. Double the negative modifier. Oh, so I fail and I place a doom on the nearest cultist enemy. There are no cultists, so I think I'm okay there. Oh, but I fail. There's no retaliate. Ugh. All right. So then, oh, I could have, oh, I didn't have a resource. Could have done this. Now I pay this one, and then I attack 3 versus 3 and hope for a 0. I don't have any cards to give up. This is kind of a pain. Fight and hope to draw a +1. Yeah, I guess so. Or just try to evade again. I guess I'll just try to evade again. Ooh, -4. And my third action, I'm going to try to fight and hope I draw that +1. 0, so no success. All right, well, I didn't get anywhere. Ooh, that was a pain. All right, so he will fight me. I will take another damage and another horror. That is not going well. I guess I wanted that knife early on. All right, so he's exhausted. Then we ready all exhausted cards. Draw. I got Lita Chantler, so that will help. Draw, gain a resource over here. I could really use a emergency cash. There is an engage action. Okay. Didn't see that one on here. Oh, fight or engage an enemy at your location. So that would have been smart to do. I could have pulled them over there and then used that machete. So that was a way to do that. That's okay. I'm going to deal with this. If I fail, I fail. No big deal. You just get to play it again. All right, add a counter here, and then we draw. A locked door, so we can't get to those tokens. And a false lead. If you have no clues, false lead gains surge. If you have one or more clues, test 4, investigate. For each point you fail by, place one of your clues on your location. Ouch. So I am a 5. 5 minus 2, so I have to put 1 clue back. Man, they are really slowing me down, huh? That's the point of this one, I guess. All right, back to me. Lita Chantler's coming out, and we are going to fight that monster. So now I believe I am a 6. Minus 1. Is there any limit on the number of assets or allies you can have? Can I only have 1 ally in play? So that one is defeated. When I defeat it, I gain a clue token. And then I will spend 4 clue tokens. Yeah, I can see that's a little more experience and a little less like, ooh, you figured it out. Spawn at Miskatonic University. Spend 2 clues. Parley, add him to the victory display. All right, I found Peter Warren. Don't have 2 clues. But he will fight me. He will. All right, so he will engage with me here. So I need another clue, huh? So that was 1, 2. Okay, so I could either get clues or I could just defeat him and he would go to the victory display, right? So I do +1 damage, and I could use the Beat Cop to deal a damage to him, which is a little weird, I guess. Oh, limit once per round. I may have done that wrong previous rounds, or thought I would. No, I don't think so, actually. All right, so he's engaged with me. I hate using that Beat Cop. Need to get that machete out. Oh, because I can't find any more clues from there. If I fight him... Yeah, I'll just beat him. It's going to be faster than trying to dance around getting clues. Although she could do it. Nah. We'll put a damage on him. And then we are 5 versus 2. And we deal 2 damage to him. Time is an important factor here. So he is defeated, goes to the victory display up here. So we have 1 cultist. I'm going to try to stack him here and pull this off to the side here. All right, hello. You have 1 ally slot, 1 body slot, 2 hits. Okay, thanks. All right, so I did that out of order, but at least I'm down to 1. So that makes sense. I was just wondering if I had that. So the Beat Cop would have gone away anyway, so that works out, and then go from there. Although probably shouldn't have gone in that order, but at least it's close. All right, I played Lita. I killed the enemy, and then I fought. Oh, and I did that one. I might have done 4 actions. What are you gonna do? It's a first play, so we'll be done. We'll be done with Roland's 14 actions, and then we will go to Lita over here. I cannot play the medical texts yet, so I will do the old Book of Lore. Oh, this guy's really good. So I'm going to take this guy. I don't know when I'm going to get to those cards that give me extra resources. That's what she's desperate for, but we'll get there. And then I am a 5 versus a 4. That's not amazing, but I'll play this one to be a 7. First action, +1. There's my +1, of course. Now, so I get that, and I get to draw a card, which is not what I am looking for. Put that out if my damage starts to get tricky. And then I will go after the next one and play my other perception. So I am a 7. Oh, I can't do that. I need to deal damage to this first. Oops, oops, oops. I don't want to get rid of medical text, though. Alright, so I got to put this card back. Take these two back into my hand. So I'm just going to need to move on until he gets those ones, huh? Alright, so let's move somewhere else. She can go to St. Mary's Hospital. So let's move down here. Arkham's only hospital, St. Mary's, has a 24-hour receiving room and is busy at all hours of the night. Dr. Mortimer and Nurse Sharon have been particularly stressed lately, thanks in part to recent events. Limit once per game, heal 3 damage. Oh my, that's amazing. And I get 2 here. 2 clues. Oh, I got all these 3s. Where are the ones? Here we go. 1, 2, I will heal. And 3, I will look for clues there. I guess I'm not going to play my perception card. I want to cycle through my deck, but... Well, it's a 0. So I succeed, and I get this clue. That is that. Roland went. So we are done. I like the flipping. It makes sense to do that. Make things easier. He's going to have to get rid of that to get those clues. I'm excited everybody's watching, patiently waiting for this to go off and me to go, no, why did I take so much time? I know it. All right, 1 here, 1 here and here. Draw a card, got another machete. So now I can use that just for attack. And we add a doom counter. Oh, I see. So this would give me 3 doom. So I could make that 5. All right. Hopefully that won't be too long. And then we will draw cards. We get a Wizard of the Order. Human cultist spawn. Any empty location he has retaliate. At the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 doom on Wizard of the Order. Oh my goodness. Any empty location. Got it. So we'll put him in South Side so we can go get him. Yeah, we could defeat him. All right, and then she's going to draw an Acolyte. Any empty location after he enters play, put a Doom counter on him. So we'll put him in Riverton, and he gets a Doom counter there, which triggers this because it goes to 6. Oh no! The Masked Hunter. Spawn engaged with prey. Prey, most clues. So it's going to go here. Hunter, the Masked Hunter gets +2 health per investigator. While you're engaged with the Masked Hunter, you cannot discover or spend clues. Oh no. Alright, so I got a lot of stuff to deal with, huh? And then this one goes here. Time is running short. The minutes pass quickly as your investigation continues. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head safely with the information you've gathered. Oh man, that's a bit of a mess. Okay, so was that the Mythos phase? I believe it was, right? Yes, so we add 1 to him. He's got 8 health then, huh? Whew. Alright, I could deal 3 to him at a time. I can firebomb him and her. Alright, so I will play my machete. I will move in there. And I will engage the Masked Hunter. Then she can find this clue and move over here. Can she take him out with anything? No. Could play the Shriveling. He's a 4 with 2. That's just... This one does +1. And then I could pay. I don't have enough to pay for Shriveling, though. Alright, so she'll just keep finding clues. So we're going to find this clue. 5 minus 2. Minus 1. So we're good. We get this clue. We will search for a card. Maybe we'll get that one. Hey, emergency cash is definitely what I want. only check at a certain time. Oh no, I'm sorry. So where did I go wrong? When did it say to check that? Advance agenda if doom threshold is satisfied. So I brought this guy out too early. Because I was drawing cards, so this wouldn't have triggered yet. Got you. Okay. So there would have been 5 here. He's armed with a machete. He doesn't engage there. So instead he'll move here, and then he'll attack this one who engages him. So I'll get 1 extra action before that comes out. Okay. So then I will take an action to fight here. It's +1, 2, so I'm a 6. Thank you for that. What else does it say? Yeah, no, you're right. No, you were correct, Josh. I just had to go back and look. You're right. I was already drawing cards, and the check was prior to that. I'm not sure I did it perfectly, but again, first play, so we'll keep moving on. So that will kill this Wizard of the Order, and at least bring that Doom down a little bit, although he is not unique either, huh? Unique has a little dot, right? I haven't killed any unique ones yet. All right. So then that's his turn. So her turn, she's going to find that clue. Then she can go here and try to get rid of this door. No, she's going to play this emergency cache. And then do what now that I have all this? The medical techs seem like they were going to be good. This guy, after you investigate, gain a resource. She did 1, 2, and then she could fight there. But what would I fight with? I just don't have attack unless I use these to become a 4, but he's got 1 health. That might work. It's not terrible. Unless I play Shriveling. Then if I move, I can't get there. So we're going to try to defeat this guy. Although that's still going to go off, huh? So it's not going to help too much, but now we'll see. We'll move there. We'll fight this guy. We're going to get rid of these 2 cards. So we were a 4. This is, of course, where I draw -2. And it's a +1. So he is defeated. So this Doom goes away as well. Hey, good job, Daisy. All right. Ready up. Draw cards. I've got a Vicious Blow. This skill test is successful during an attack. It deals +1 damage. I love that. Got to get another one of those cards in my deck. Manual Dexterity. Now we got resources. We're looking good. We just got to go find all our clues. So now we add 1 here. We check the threshold. This guy comes out. Engaged with her with 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still running a little rough there. Throw that in there. Just deal some damage to her. All right. And then we draw cards. Mysterious Chanting. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist enemy. All right. So that one goes to 2. And Hunting Shadow. You must either spend a clue or take 2 damage. So we'll take 2 damage because our clues seem precious. All right. So where do we want to go first? She's dealing with this guy, so I don't see any way that we do anything other than deal with him. But how is she going to take him out again? He is a 4. If he comes over there, he has to engage. Move, engage, then she can freely do what she wants. Okay. So he's going to... He's going to move here, engage, and then fight the masked hunter. So when he fights him, he's a 4. I am a 6, 7. So that will do +1 damage in case I draw something that will deal more damage. 7 against 4, +1. And that will deal 4 damage, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Oh, she gets a +1 now. So that is at least a thing. And that's 3 actions. Then she can go, but she'd have to hit him many, many times. So she's free to move about. So let's do that. So she can go to the graveyard. So we will move. She can give somebody +2. So we'll wait and see. So first action will be to go to the graveyard. Oh, yeah, no, I know I have... Oh, I see. I could just not explore and I could pull them to my location, right? I was thinking... I see what you're saying. There's no reason to move because I have the clues. It's a good point. One, I was thinking I'll find a bunch of clues and then pull them. I knew I had to do that, but this makes more sense. When Wolfman Drew attacks, heal 1 damage from him. Ugh. So he's going to spawn... Oh, he spawns downtown. All right, so I'm going to need 4 more clues. So that'll be 1. 2 will be to go to the graveyard. The graveyard lies at the foot of French Hill. Some of the headstones date back to the 17th century when the earliest colonists came to Arkham. Considering what happened in your house, you're not completely keen on heading here. After you enter the graveyard, test 3 perception. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror or move to Rivertown. And there are 4 clues here. All right, so we'll move over here. Test perception 3. And we have a +1 to perception. Can also do this one. And we'll just go 3. Well, now I have the resources, so let's not fail all that. -2. Whew, good call. All right, so I don't have to do that. And then my third action can be to search and find a clue there. I'm going to do this old book of lore. And I'm going to take this magnifying glass. I got 2 hands worth of stuff. So if I put the magnifying glass out, I'd have to pick one of these up or discard it, right? Got it. So I didn't think about that. So I've got to change that build a little bit. All right. We are 5 verse 1. Draw a token. -1. We are good. We find a clue. Done there. Done here. Enemies don't move. This enemy will attack. He is a hunter, so he'll stay here. He's going to deal 2 and 1. So 1 horror, 2 damage. So getting a little bit rough there. Then we each get a resource. And ready. And draw a card. Old Book of Lore. So yeah, I guess I don't need as many of those in there. Police badge. Another +1. And I can discard it to give somebody 2 additional actions. Nice. All right. Then we got to draw, place a doom, draw cards. Mysterious chanting, place 2 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. All right. Well, we definitely want to take him out now. And her card will be Hunting Shadow. Either spend a clue or take 2 damage. Oh boy. All right. We're gonna have to spend her clue. Right? Do I get rid of the medical text? I did, right? Yeah, razor thin margins otherwise. Nah, time... Oh, man, I can't put myself in that boat. Alright, I hate spending the clue. But I've got to. I will do that. All right, first up is going to be Roland. So he's going to attack this masked hunter. And it gets 3 damage. And I guess I could dual wield machetes? Is that a thing? No, because you use one or the other. I like dual wield machetes. I'm sure that's like what everybody did the first time. All right, I'll just have to attack twice. So first one is a 6 versus a 4. And I hit, so that deals 3 damage, goes to 7. And second one, I hit, so the masked hunter is removed and goes to the victory display. And that gets rid of a lot of doom, so that'll give us more time. And then his third action, I think, is just to move, or I could play this police badge, but I think I will move over here. All right, and then, after you enter the graveyard, you have to test 3. And his perception is 3. I think I have a card. I do. I have guts. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So I succeed, and I draw another guts. Yay! All right. So there's that. Hit him twice. All right, and then she's going to search for clues over and over again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will play Dr. Milan Christopher, and then I will search twice for clues. Once is successful, twice is... I don't know what that one does. Minus 3, I still succeed. If you fail, place one of your clues on the location. It was just a 1, right? Yeah, so she's good at this. All right, so I take 2 of these clues. Man, there's a lot of... It's because they're upside down with the doom. Did I add a doom on my last turn? I don't think I did. I think I forgot to do that. All right, and then she gains 2 resources for that. We are done. 1, draw a card. Put this into play with 3 horror on it. So the Elder sign is treated as the Cthulhu sign, I want to say. Move 1 horror from this to Daisy Walker, then if it has none on it, discard it. Okay. That's not terrible. It just cancels that one. I guess it gives me 2 tokens that could be a miss. And he is going to gain a resource and draw a card. First aid. So we can heal people. All right. Then we add a doom. Then we get a card. It is an acolyte. Spawn at an empty location. We'll put it here with a doom on it. And she gets a false lead. If you have no clues, if you have 1 or more clues, test for each one you fail by. So that's a 4. Do I have the... Yep. Plus 2, so I can't fail, I don't think. Oh, unless I draw those ones. Oh, it's an auto-fail. So what does auto-fail end up counting as? How much do I fail by 4? Ouch. Page 5, automatic failure. Whew, so I gotta put 4 clues back. Well, that's rude. All right. I can see time is going to be tricky here. All right, so that is done, so we will reshuffle this deck. Note that it takes up a hand slot. Thank you. Perfect. All right, so we'll get rid of this one. Well, I don't even really need cards anymore. I'm not playing stuff, but... we'll just go with that one. Yeah, actually, I don't think I need cards. This feels like it'll be more useful. Even though it can play stuff for free, I'm kind of done playing stuff and trying to get to the end here. Thanks. That's where the bigger negative is. All right, so she's going to go get those 3 clues. So I'm just going to search 3 times. Once, twice. That one's just minus X for each cultist in play. 3 times the lady. And I succeed all 3, so she gets all 3 of these. And she seems to get 3 resources. That's amazing. All right, and then he's going to move over here. Do I need to play a card first? Police badge gives me +1 to attack. We can deal 3 damage. Move in and kill him, but I could just move in and attack, right? So yeah, I'm good. Move in. He's a 4. I am a 6. Do I have any kind of draw a card? Nope, he doesn't have the attack one. 0. Oh, hold on. When I move in there, I have to read it. Downtown. The downtown area of Arkham is filled with government buildings, including City Hall. The first Bank of Arkham, Independence Square, and Arkham Asylum can also be found in this area. It's the busiest district in the city. Heal 3 horror. 4 shroud. 2. So that gives me 4 clues on that location. Alright, so I attacked him once, hit him, attack him twice. Hit him again, so he is dead. It's the Wolfman, and I get a clue for defeating him. Perfect. He is done. So we add another one here. May have to consider resigning after next turn, huh? Gain resources. 1, 2. Draw cards. Get a magnifying glass here. Get a knife here. I just added my Doom token, right? Probably not. I'm going to say I didn't. I think I did add a Doom token out of order, though. He won't move, so we draw. False lead. If you have no clues, it gains surge. Otherwise, test 4. So that is a 3. I will use my extra ammunition and my magnifying glass to make myself a 5. Hope I can protect that clue. I can. That is safe. And then her card is going to be Hunting Shadow. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. All right, we're going to take 2 damage. Living on the edge. All right, she's got nothing there, so we'll move her in and get those clues. Where's her whole, like, get multiple clues? I thought she had something like that. I don't see it. That's what she needs. She needs stuff that gets her multiple clues. That's a 4, huh? We are a 6. We could make ourselves a 7. Or we've got this. All right, so we'll make ourselves an 8 to 4. And she draws that one, which is -1. So we find 1 clue. How many clues does that give us? 4? Oh, we already had 4. Oh. All right, well, that's my bad. We will spend these 4. Bring out this one, who goes to north side. Is this north side? Hey. All right, so he comes here, spend 5 resources, add her to the victory display. So that's going to be our plan, huh? Run in, hit this guy, add her to the victory display. 1, 2, and she could go get another clue. Sure, that one was successful, so I draw a card. I'll use this magnifying glass, so now I'm a 7. -2. So I find this clue, so that way maybe I could get one more. And I get another resource. Yikes. All right, and then he's going to run in here. Fight this one, who's a 3. I am a 6. -1, defeated. Oop, I didn't read it yet. Hold on. Keep forgetting that. North Side is a commercial district that contains many offers and factories, as well as the train station. Spend 5 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool, limit once per game. Oh my goodness. All right. So there's 4 clues there as well. Then we will spend the 5 resources. I dropped one on the ground. I'm going to get it later. And we're going to parlay with Victoria. So we've got 4 of the 6. I feel pretty good about that. I don't know where the other ones are going to spawn. 1, 2, 3. We're at, gosh, 6 there, huh? So we have to try to get these clues. I defeated an enemy, so I'd get one of those clues. So we get 1 more off of here. We find another person, and then we see if we can get them, and then that's going to be it. Because, yeah, buying clues isn't going to make sense. I guess if she moves in, we could spawn 2 people. But we're going to have to call it after that. All right, we each draw a card. Fearless, and a resource. A resource. And a card. And emergency cash, which is not what we need. Add another one here to go to 6. And draw cards. Acolyte. Spawn in an empty location. Oh, that's going to go to 7, huh? Uh-oh. Whew. Locked door. Oh, no. So we go here. So, yeah, I got nothing for finding more clues. I thought that was a thing with her deck. It was like, if you find a clue, find another clue. Okay. So I don't think I need to worry about him doing that. He's going to need to resign. So 1, get rid of the door, resign. She'll get the clue, spawn. I mean, where's the person going to spawn? No, they're not going to spawn here. Oh, and they could put a doom, but we don't check doom yet. But if we get that clue, we get another victory point. So that's going to be the idea. We didn't get these victory points, huh? Yep, that's going to be our best bet. All right, so he's going to move in here, break down this door, +1 for this attack. I get +1. Anything for punchy punchy. +2. All right, so I am a 6, 7. Oh, auto fail. All right, then I resign. So he's out. Investigator get +1. So now she's got to try to punch down that door. I've got +1. That only makes me a 2, and I have nothing to change it to anything else, huh? Oh, +2 for this one. Knock down the door, but then I won't resign. That might be it, friends. 2, knock down the door. Oh, or 4. And I've got those. Okay. So +3. Can't pay for that. Okay, so we can do agility. Oh, let me read over here. I'm sorry. Auto failures if you have 0. Gotcha. Yeah, it felt like there was a bunch of stuff. I feel like that's what I was doing, but I admit I had a full day. I was up and out the door at 6:30, taught classes all the way till 2:15, drove home, got this set up, went down, taught theater, came back, started the game here. And actually, my wife and daughter are going to be home pretty soon as well because they were doing theater classes the same as me. So kind of a busy day. All right, so 5 minus 4. It's not a complaint, just saying I didn't get as much of a chance to look through the cards in the deck as I thought I would. But again, it's kind of a first play. -1 is a 4. We get rid of the door. Then we search, and that was successful, so we draw a card. Then we search for clues. Now we pay 1 to be +1, so we are 5, 6, 7. Verse 4. We get the clue, and then we resign. All right, and we found 4 people here, and we get the resign ending. So let's see what it says. All right. We'll go to here, and then we'll come back. All right, it says, if no resolution was reached, read Resolution 1. You've managed to obtain some useful information about the cult and its plans. You can only hope it's enough. Log under cultists we interrogated. Record the names of each unique cultist enemy in the victory display. In your campaign log under cultists who got away, record the name of each unique enemy still remaining in the cultist deck or in play. If it is Agenda 1, record the masked hunter here as well. If the ghoul priest is in the victory display, cross out the ghoul priest is still alive. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. So I get a lot here, huh? So, well, looks like that is it, right? And then we move on to the third one? Yep. Okay, so I'll come back down to the table. Was there story? No, it was just quick. All right, so victory is going to be all of these, and then every location that I got the clues off of. So that's this one and this one that have victory on them. So I managed to get all of these. I didn't get Herman, who was going to be in the graveyard, and Ruth Turner, who was going to be in the hospital down here. So that was probably going to be tricky anyway. Evade her, and she joins you. And this one is discard 4 cards. He would have been pretty easy to get. All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 experience. Makes sense rolling into the last one because it's a little bit shorter, so they give me more. I don't get the bonus +2. And that's what we got. So 7 more experience. So we got 6 in the first one, 7 here. That gives us 13, this locked door. So yeah, that was neat. It was very much based around this timer, right? I didn't want to go one more turn. I could have had him move 2, get rid of that one, have her deal with that, and then try to figure out how to, I would have ended up spawning, but I didn't know where he spawns, so that was going to be tricky. So yeah, a lot of time focused, maybe needed more time moving, but those locked doors are just tough. They're just tough to get through, but those are treacheries that she could cancel, so that could be a benefit. Those are ones that really slow you down. But that is that idea. All right, so there you go. There's the second one. I will update my decks a little bit more, and I will be back for the third one, perhaps tomorrow afternoon, if it works out. Earlier is when I will finish this up. I'm actually going to a friend's house, and they're throwing my wife and I both 40th birthday parties, because we both turned 40 this year, so we're doing it as a combined. That'll be in the evening, so I won't have that time, and then Saturday visiting someone, and Sunday I have to watch the Cowboys-Patriots game, because the Patriots are the local team here, obviously very big, very successful, and the Cowboys are the successful team of the past and my team, and I think this might be the year. The last time the Cowboys beat the Patriots was 1996, so I'm looking forward to enjoying that. So 7 more experience points, and then we will be back for the Devourer Below, the third and final of this. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying just relaxing and just playing the story and just, okay, well, now it's time to resign. It tells me I can resign, and I could have done better, but that's what I did. And I guess if I went in and was more efficient or had more ways to remove those things, I could build my deck around that. So it's definitely trying to get you to build your deck for each one. No, you're supposed to keep the same deck. Am I not supposed to actually be changing my deck other than the... That's probably true. I updated a little bit just trying to make them more interesting, but I'm probably not supposed to change my deck other than what I upgrade, so I didn't think about that. All right, this one is so fun because of the way they all come out randomly in different places and with their different ways of getting them. Yeah, no, that is really neat. No, that was fun. It was neat, like, okay, how many... It didn't feel like get all 6. It felt like how many can you get before the timer runs out and you get out. And I was just worried about drawing another Acolyte or something. Place 2 Doom, that would have been it. So the next card would have ended it. And then I would have gotten, I assume, what would be a bad resolution. I'm just going to take a quick peek to see. Oh, it just would be past midnight, so that would be something I'd have to track. So awesome. Yeah, you can't change your deck without spending experience. That makes sense. Yeah, I was just swapping cards from those starter decks, so I'm just going to do that still just to make it... Well, yeah, no, I guess I won't swap them. I'll just swap out those. I was just putting more purple cards in, not thinking that I can't change it for each one. So, oh, that's interesting. So you can't swap. So you can't make it like, oh, I really know how to run around and get clues on this one and defeat big enemies, so I need extra damage, whereas the previous one, I don't need that. Makes sense. for all of that. Awesome. Counts 1 XP to swap out level 0 cards. Got it. So that would be tough to do. So that's not what you want to do. Cool. I'll try to leave these decks then this time and just update them with the experience points. I won't change from here. I was using the pre-con deck, so I wanted to adjust them a little bit for the second one. So there's that. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me live. Josh and Bombay 84. Appreciate you being with me. Appreciate everybody who was watching this, and we will get to the exciting conclusion. Hopefully tomorrow is my plan, but time is always the question mark. So, all right. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. Good night. Oh, wait, hold on. No. My name is the Brandt, and until next time, I hope you step into the portal. Woo!